There's often a held belief that the multiple Linux distributions and the distro wars are a net positive for Linux overall. There is always A versus B, A versus D, and today I'm going to propose as a think exercise for us, are the distro wars a distraction? I'm going to use two foundational distributions, and of course there's others out there, but for this topic, to make it easier, I've decided to use Arch and Debian. So, how do these two fight with each other? Firstly, of course, it's the whole rolling release versus the fixed release. So Arch, of course, ships everything the latest almost immediately. Debian tests for years before stable release. Of course, both of these philosophies have merit. Now, I do know you can use you can almost turn Debian into a rolling release if you use the newer repos and unstable and testing and all that glorious stuff. But just for the everyday person, this is how it's viewed. Now, the other side is you've got the bleeding edge versus rock solid stability. You get newer features if you're using something like Arch. Debian uses Kit older packages, but they hope that might never crash, and less likely because it should in theory be more stable just because of the fact it has additional patches added into it and it's not changed as often, but they might miss more modern tooling. And of course, the other side is the whole package management. I'm not just talking about apt versus Pacman, but more the AUR has almost everything in it. Anything you needed, you'll probably find there. But the Debian repos might feel more sparse, but everything has mainly been vetted. Of course, these arguments feel like older than time itself and probably older than some Linux users. Debian's been running for plus 20 years, and there are over 600 plus active distributions. A lot of them are based on these two. So why do these issues keep Linux from growing on the desktop? A lot of new users face a real critical difficulty with new onboarding. They have to face a brick wall of terminal commands, unclear installers, often zero guidance. No, for some users, reading a wiki is not necessarily guidance. Inconsistent UI. Every distribution reinvents the UI or changes something with the UI. Some UIs keep removing features. Desktop fragmentation. There's obviously the big three, but then a new one gets split off and another one gets split off, and it's just, oh boy. Hardware support. Some of these distros, especially some of the older ones, just might ship with broken or missing Linux drivers. But I will say that has gotten so much better in recent years, honestly. App availability just doesn't exist. And no, please, if a person needs to use some of these apps, giving them the alternative, if they need to use these, I'm not saying the average person that needs to write 3 lines in a document. Obviously, they can use Libre or only Office. But I'm talking about someone that has to run professional macros or something that is used in business. They need to use Microsoft Office. Telling them to use something else is not helpful. They need to use it. Of course, we all know about the elitism in the community, the RTFM. How do these distro wars hurt? These hours of fighting against each other could actually go into fixing the onboarding experience or updating documentation. A new potential user that sees this fighting going on, who's confused as heck about the amount of distros, might actually encourage them to join instead of having to pick a side. Maybe we would stop having fractures of hate. So what I mean by that is instead of things being focused on building and positive and all that, we have so many warring, I suppose you could call them tribes, fighting each other. They seem to define themselves by what they hate. Instead of, I use Arch because I love Arch and it's rolling, blah, blah, blah. I use Arch because I hate Debian, or I use Debian because I hate Arch. It's, come on. Distro collaboration. Oh boy. There's sometimes a fix might come in, but it gets ignored in the community because it came from the wrong distro, even though it could help another distro out. Of course, the whole toxic reputation, we've gone through that before. So both distributions succeed tremendously well at what they do. But infighting is real. So why does it matter? The truth is, when you look at Linux usage on the desktop, and I'm talking about actually looking at the usage, not on some Reddit posts where people try to re-argue about that usage is actually higher and change the graph number so it looks better. I actually mean the actual data. It's still stored at between 2.9 and 3-4%, okay? We still have contributors are burnt out and continue leaving because of when the community can be toxic. And the crazy thing is, while Linux continues fighting amongst itself, Windows and macOS keep polishing their experience. They win the defaults. Now, I do want to say, when I wrote that line, I knew people were going to tell me about how much Windows sucks with this Windows 11 and all the ads. Yeah, I must admit, I'm not a fan of that either. LTS editions aren't too bad, or whatever they call that in the Windows land, but I don't think a normal user can use it. I don't know, I haven't used Windows in years. macOS, yeah, I know the latest edition didn't look great with the glass, but for some users, they like it. The year of Linux on the desktop, folks, it really is, it's more of a joke than anything else. Whether it's used ironically or not ironically, it's crazy. It's not because the tech is bad. It's like we have a ship. A fantastic ship. The problem is, no one can agree what engines the ship should use, what color the ship should be. So what happens? We build 20, 30, in this case 600 different ships, and then instead of trying to get out of the harbor, we all try to cut each other off, trying to believe which is the better ship. Doesn't help. So, let's maybe focus on the user for a change. Let's build bridges. Maybe if we can all start working together, share documentation, what's similar, reach out to hardware vendors for driver support, working with them, maybe even reaching out to some software companies and offering on how to help or how to get things better. And maybe we can standardize certain basics. But there are hard truths out there, folks. Debian is great for servers and stable workstations, so is Ubuntu. Arch is great for developers who want control, so is Artix. Neither is great for a normal person buying a laptop. I'm sorry, if you're a normal person and you've just bought a laptop, a brand new laptop, good luck with either of these two. I have used and at times use these distros, but the one I want to see the user handle when it breaks after the first update, and the other one complain that some hardware doesn't work because it's too old. I think the only way we can move forward is if we can actually admit what works, what doesn't work, and yeah, see what we can improve. At the end of the day, use whichever distro works for you, and then spend your energy making Linux better for the next person. We make it better by raising others, not breaking them down. Let me know what you think. As always, thanks for watching and bye for now.